What about some of the technology companies, Facebook, Google, Twitter, Apple, Amazon? Has the FBI had contacts with those tech platforms following the events of the 6th?
We've certainly had contact with a number of the social media companies in connection with the 6th, so that much I know.
Has the Bureau sought to compel any of those companies to turn over user data related to the 6th?
Well, again, I can't tell you the specifics here, but what I will tell you is that I feel certain that we have served legal process on those companies, which we do with some frequency, and we have received information from some of those companies. And whether that's true of every single one of the companies you listed, I can't say for sure, but I suspect it is because we work with the social media companies quite a lot.
Are you aware of any of the companies voluntarily turning over data to the Bureau in relationship to the events of the 6th?
I can't, sitting here right now, I can't say for sure.
Just one more question, Mr. Chairman. Time's almost expired. Is the FBI, are you currently pressuring any of these platforms, these social media platforms or tech platforms, to include backdoors in their software that would help defeat end-to-end encryption?
Are we pressuring the
Are you
company?
encouraging?
Oh,
Are you pushing for? Are you? Is it
well,
your desire to get such access?
We are not trying to get backdoors. That is, I think, a criticism that gets leveled our way by people who don't understand our position often. So I appreciate the opportunity to address it here. We are concerned about end-to-end encryption, especially default end-to-end encryption in connection with a lot of these platforms. And we are concerned that if these companies continue to move in the trajectory that they're moving in, we are going to find ourselves in a situation where no matter how bulletproof or ironclad the legal authority, no matter how compelling the facts and circumstances, no matter how horrific the crime or heartbreaking the victim, we will not be able to get access to the content that we need to keep people safe. What we have been suggesting, and the cryptologists and cryptographists that I talk to say this is doable, is for the companies themselves to build in a way to have legal access when confronted with a proper legal authority so that they can get access to the information and provide it in response to a warrant or a court order. We're not going to have a key. We're not asking for a backdoor. That's a myth, an urban legend that has been directed our way. But this is a subject that I think the American people need to understand, because decisions that affect the life and blood of Americans all over this country, which normally are made by our elected representatives, are in effect getting made in corporate offices in big technology companies. And different people can come down to different places on that balancing, but I would submit that's a balancing that should be made up here and not by one company based on its business model. And in the context, for example, of child exploitation, we get, and to Facebook's great credit, we get millions of tips on child exploitation through NCMEC every year that help us prevent and rescue kids, hundreds of kids every year. If they move forward in the direction they're moving in, which is the direction, by the way, that Apple already went, we're going to be in a position where those tips, those leads, that content, that information will drop into the abyss. So the tips will be gone. The victims, all those kids will still be out there. The pedophiles that are exploiting them, they'll still be out there. The only thing that will be different is that neither the company nor we in law enforcement will know who they are, where they are, or what they're doing. And I don't think that's a situation that we want to find ourselves in. So we would welcome the opportunity to work with the companies, perhaps encouraged or incentivized through Congress, to get to a situation where we can balance strong cybersecurity, absolutely. It's a key part of our mission as well at the FBI, along with strong flesh and blood security, especially for America's children.
Thank you, Senator.